Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're back with more Star Citizen videos. If you're new channel, welcome. So we're back with another video by the TheAstroHistorian. So this one is called Star Citizen RSI Perseus lore. So a few of you guys have been requesting me to do the RSI Perseus gunboat after I did the RSI Polaris and also the Bengal. Now I know the RSI Perseus is basically a gunboat, and it is meant for like more local, I guess more local threats, like, you know, city. They're not like meant to take out like big capital ships or anything like that. So kind of like Coastal Guard or National Guard in a manner of speaking. But either way, I'm really curious to see what the RSI Perseus has. And again, like I said, shout out and credit goes to the TheAstroHistorian for the video and the amazing work he has been doing. So without anything else, let's just jump right into it.
Oh, welcome to the museum. Sorry, I was
Hey,
just
Paul
catching up
Shelley.
a little bit of my Sun Tzu. It's important for the next exhibit. You see, the ship that we're about to put up is the embodiment of the Sun Tzu quote, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Join me as we look at one of the oldest and most successful ships
Man, the hair, though.
ever to serve in the UE Navy, the Robert Space Industries Perseus.
By the way, the background, I recognize it. Is that supposed to imitate the apartment from Mass Effect 3? Like Shepard's apartment? Well, it was Admiral Anderson's, and then he gave it to Shepard because Anderson's not going to be back on the Citadel for a while. But it kind of looks like the shutters, the couch, and everything.
Welcome to the museum. This is a series where I break down the lore of items, vehicles, and ships in sci-fi universes. If you enjoy these, please like the video, and be sure to leave any other questions you have in the comments below on your way out. Remember that the museum is supported by your generous donations on Patreon, so think of supporting us there to keep these coming. Today we'll be diving into one of the oldest ships still flying in the Star Citizen universe, the Robert Space Industries Perseus gunboat. Project Perseus was first started in 2520, a full 22 years before the start of the First Tevarin War. The ship was designed to be a powerful and intimidating patrol ship for the expanding United Planets of Earth Navy. Named after the Greek demigod and monster slayer, she was designed to help stop fights before they started, hoping that a combination of design and firepower would discourage most fights. With its 100-meter length, 50-meter width, and 21-meter height, it was quite small, so it made up for its size with its looks. Designed to be
It takes maxed out on 6 people, and max speed is 92 meters a second.
as mean as possible, the designers took inspiration from sharks, with sleek lines punctuated by sharp points. If the looks
I
didn't
can see
scare
it now.
people, the two twin size 7 operated turrets with 20 size 5 torpedoes would. It was designed to have enough firepower to bully any ship smaller than it to stay in line. At the time, subcapital ships weren't large enough to hold shields. As such, the Perseus was designed with 2 remotely operated turrets to shoot down incoming missiles, and heavy armor to withstand barrages of laser and ballistic firepower. Thus, she is slow, reaching a maximum speed of 92 meters per second. It wouldn't be long after the first ships were built that the Perseus would prove her worth, and make her name as a peacekeeper.
So it has tough armor, but instead of shields, because of size reasons, it had a lot of countermeasures. So turrets that were fast enough and accurate enough to take down missiles or anything like that. Kind of like how destroyers and not battleships, destroyers in the U.S. Navy have like those countermeasures where they have like Seawick, those Gatling guns, where the countermeasure is specifically targeted to take down incoming missiles. So, I mean, they're very effective.
2529, Davian System, gateway to the east. The second planet in the system, known as Cestulus, was a pressure cooker. Many on the planet feared an economic collapse as the UPE was
I heard the story many, many times. I forgot which video it was, and I remember that he mentioned that the RSI Perseus was like shown as like an intimidating look, and that basically calm down the riots.
Adopting the United Earth credit as its primary currency. This fear led to widespread protests. These protests soon turned violent and culminated in what is known as the incident at Red Ridge. This incident forced the local government to call for military assistance. In response, the UPE Navy sent one of the first Perseus gunboats in as a vanguard to secure the space before further troops could arrive to quell the rebellion. The UPES Vanduul. Upon its arrival at the planet, the local rebellion was entirely silenced, surrendering to authorities without a single shot fired. Later, the rebels would explain that the sight of the brand new gunships arriving scared them into realizing the magnitude of their mistake. This reputation would follow the ship, as it proved useful as a combat deterrent. The crew of another early Perseus, the UPES Arash, was nicknamed the Soothsayers and wore badges with a hooded faceless wraith clutching a crystal ball and the slogan, "Never a shot fired, never a battle lost." While records indicate the slogan was not entirely truthful, it did reflect the ship's unique ability to stop conflicts by its presence alone. 2530.
Guess it really is that intimidating.
Gaia Planet Services attempts to terraform a planet without authorization. While setting up their equipment, they are captured by a strange alien race. This new species released one of the crew, a foreman named Chris Baxter.
Oh yeah, the first encounter, the alien encounter. Yeah, I saw that video too.
The UPE immediately sent in a fleet, likely vanguarded by Perseus's, to the system. There, they set up a perimeter around the jump point, hoping to discourage these strange new aliens from trying anything violent. There, they began negotiations with the race we now know as the Xi'an. This was the beginnings of the human-Xi'an Cold War, a conflict which saw the Perseus on the front lines.
Yep.
While the ship served with distinction in both Tavaran wars, where it shined was its patrols of the Peri Line. Dispatched as a deterrent to Xi'an aggression, the Perseus proved very capable of its role as it managed to keep Xi'an probes into the Peri Line to a minimum. However, as time went on, the ship slowly fell out of favor, with a larger and more versatile Aegis Dynamic Idris replacing much of the ship's role as a patrol ship to keep the peace. By 2860, the ship was entirely phased out of production by RSI, with only a handful of aging models still in service with the Navy. That was until the Vanduul attack on Vega 2, the attack that changed everything. In the aftermath of the failed Vanduul invasion of the Vega system, the UEE declared war on the nomadic species, an act that hadn't occurred since the Second Tavaran War over 300 years earlier. This meant that all available ships were mustered towards the Vanduul front, including one aging RSI Perseus, the UEES Achilles. March 2946. Intelligence reports indicated that the Oberon system was under threat as a massive Vanduul clan was planning on invading the system.
Yeah, so I mean, some of the videos that I've already seen, like the humanity's first contact with the Giant, man, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Please don't come at me for that. But the Perseus really did have its uses for like calming down riots and conflicts, and also a pivotal moment when it comes to first contact with the alien species. However, the thing is, looks like the turning point as to why the RSI Perseus was kind of like pushed further back from the front lines was this. Massive capital ships, enemy capital ships, should I say, because the RSI Perseus is not equipped to like go against like something of that caliber and size. So that's understandable, but it's still it could still be pretty useful against like fighters and other smaller ships its size.
Admiral Bishop ordered the 65th Battle Group into the system, including the UEE's new Kingship killer, the UEES Retribution, and the venerable gunboat, the UEES Achilles. During the ensuing battle, the Achilles threw herself into the teeth of the Vanduul fleet, her sturdy construction and rapid-fire automated defense turrets keeping her in the fight long enough to down 2 Vanduul destroyers, ships 4 times its size, before finally being disabled. The Achilles' final stand helped turn the tide of the battle and gave victory to the UEE at Oberon. Admiral Bishop was so impressed with the performance of the Perseus that he personally requested RSI update and resume construction of the ship. This resulted in a brand new Project Perseus, a modernized gunboat for both military and civilian use. Built with long-range patrols
civilian
in mind
use
to
is
help
crazy.
keep the peace on the frontier while the military is off on the Vanduul front, the modern Perseus retains much of its original design, while getting an updated cargo hold large enough to hold an Ursa rover for ground operations. It remains to be seen if this mythic subcap slayer of the 26th century can keep its storied reputation in the 30th. However, it would be unwise to test the terrifying looks and abilities of the storied monster hunter. I want to thank you for coming to my museum. I want to thank my Patreons on screen now for keeping the doors open. If you too want to see more exhibits like this in the future, consider becoming one yourself. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. Join the discussion on our Discord, linked in the description below. And as always, remember, ex Historia ad Astra.
So for this video, I already knew like some of the information now because I've been watching other videos, so I'm starting to get the hang of it a little bit. But I say the new thing is the RSI Perseus managing to take down 2 Vanduul destroyers that's 4 times its size, because I did not know about that. I knew it did play a pivotal moment in the battle, but I didn't know what it did. So it really did prove itself, and that's what kept it in RSI production. So really well done. I mean, even though it's just a small gunboat, it could still, it's proof its worth over and over again. So this is a really useful ship. And like I said, if there's anything I missed or you guys have any additional information or fun facts, please put it down in the comments below so I could take a look. But anyways, that's all I got for today. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Shout out again to the TheAstroHistorian for doing a great job with this video. And also hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another Star Citizen video or Star Wars, Helldivers 2, who knows. And also shout out to all my members, subscribers, viewers. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your support, guys. I really do appreciate it. So without anything else, I'll see you guys next time.